Ladies and gentlemen, guys and gals, how's everybody doing today? What is today? Today is May 14th, 2019, and we've seen some awesome days of crypto here lately. Bitcoin is doing great. Everything else is following, but that's not what we're here to talk about. Today, we're here to talk about the Radeon RX 640. What is AMD trying to do here? So let's jump over here to the other screen and show you what's going on. So this is reported by TechRadar, fairly trustworthy website most of the time. AMD's Radeon RX 640 rebranding for Polaris GPUs hinted in new drivers. So, while we continue to wait for AMD to push graphics processors forward with Navi and its 7nm architecture, a leak is suggesting that may not be the only thing AMD is preparing. A new graphics card name was discovered in AMD's Adrenalin 19.4.3 graphics drivers by a Tech PowerUp reader. The newly identified card is a Radeon RX 640. This would put it on the lower end of the performance spectrum per AMD's naming convention, but this would also suggest it's neither a Vega nor a Navi GPU. Given that it follows the naming scheme for AMD's Polaris-based GPUs, it's safe to bet that this Radeon RX 640 could be an upcoming GPU that continues to use the Polaris architecture. That's not nearly as exciting for tech enthusiasts as the impending release of Navi, but it would make sense for the budget end of the market. The new Radeon RX 640 is likely going to be new in name alone. The Tech PowerUp speculates that the Radeon RX 640 would be a rebranding of the current RX 550X. This would be in keeping with the AMD has done in the past. Last year, AMD pulled a similar move with the refresh of its Polaris GPUs, adding an X suffix. This led to a new graphics card like the Radeon RX 550X that were fundamentally the same as their predecessors. The Radeon RX 500X series GPUs had the same number of stream processors and compute units, frequency, and underlying architecture as the Radeon 500 series before it had them. In other words, the Radeon RX 640 will be anything but new. What it should be, though, is affordable. It can likely find its place as an affordable, dedicated graphics card in budget builds. This would let AMD still remain relevant in the budget section of the market, while Vega 7 and upcoming Navi graphic cards find their footing in the higher end of the market. Alright, so, ladies and gentlemen, let me just break that down for y'all a little bit. If AMD takes the 550, which I'm going to be honest, I don't think anybody actually cares about, the RX 550, and renames it RX 640, they would almost have to give these cards away for people to use them. Like, this would have to be like a $20, $30 graphics card. I don't see why AMD is doing this. Now, if AMD took the RX 580 or 570 and renamed it the 640 and offered it as, you know, brand new for like 99 bucks or 100 bucks, I don't think that's a bad option. But depending on how this goes, and the fact that they're leaning towards it being a 550 is unfortunate, to say the least. It looks like this is probably just going to be another graphics card that basically fades into obscurity. Hopefully we'll know some more here soon, but in other news, I just want to show you all the market and how everything's doing tonight. So let's jump over here, bam, to the coinmarketcaps.com. So Bitcoin is currently at $7,923. Last night we broke above 8,000, held there for a little while, fell down this morning, and now it looks like it's rising back up. Ethereum's at $216 and rising. XRP hit 39 cents. Bitcoin Cash is at $385. Litecoin's in the 5th position at $90.52. Further down the list is Monero in 12th spot at $82.40. And if you keep on going down, Ethereum Classic is in the 19th spot. Actually lost a little bit of traction. It's at $6.50. Basic Attention Token, 35 cents. What else here is in the top 100? Bitcoin Diamond actually in the 40th position at 96 cents. Ravencoin losing a lot of ground here. It's dropped all the way down to 47th position. It used to be up here in 41st, right beside Bitcoin Diamond, so it's dropped down you know, a good 7 spots. Ravencoin's at 4.6 cents. Anything else notable? Siacoin is at 0.3 of a penny. Walton Chain, $2.13. Aeon, 83rd position at 22 cents. Aeon's looking pretty strong right there. Not bad at all. Zcoin jumped up to the 94th position at $7.30. Zcoin's doing pretty good there. And that pretty much rounds out the top 100. Obviously, there's more coins in there that are pretty good and doing really good, but just wanted to give you guys a basic recap of what's going on. If you're checking on what to mine right now, it looks like Zcoin is doing the top most profitable for a 2070. And if you look at a 1070, I believe, yeah, Bitcoin Z is the top coin, and then Ethereum right behind it. So we got some big dogs up here making some money. So it looks like you really can't go wrong. Beam, Ethereum Classic, Zcash, Aeon, Zcoin, Ravencoin, everything's doing solid. Solid. So I should have my stuff up and running again here soon. I do have one rig beside me, my test rig, but everything else has been disassembled in preparation for the move. And I had some people ask me, hey, since you're moving, are you going to document like setting up your new office? Absolutely. And guys, I'm going to try to keep everything a step above what I've done typically, because right now this is like a very informal setup. It's got like a couch behind me and there's stuff all over the place. I think you guys will be pleasantly surprised to see what happens in the new house and in the new office, or I'm just going to call it the studio, because the next room is going to be 100% dedicated to just YouTube. So in the studio, we're going to be making some moves and having some fun. But I wanted to thank everybody for coming out and watching my video tonight. Just to know that we will be maintaining the 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday time slot, whether we are live or pre-recorded. It looks like we'll probably be pre-recorded for the next couple of days until I get moved in. They just moved my closing date back a little bit, so of the evenings, most of the time, once the woman gets home, we do more cleaning and actually packing up and more or less throwing stuff away. This is probably going to be the last room that we clean up, just because this is the room that I use the most. But man, it's crazy. I've lived in this house right now for 6 years, and the amount of junk that you accumulate over time is just mind-boggling. It's like, where does all this stuff come from? But if you guys are have moved or had any crazy moving stories, comment down below and let me know. Like, I've definitely been kind of put through the ringer with this one for sure. We were hit up last week saying we would have to come up with like an extra $2,000 on top of what we're already coming out of pocket for closing costs. But we got our lender to call them back, and it ended up working out to where we don't have to do that. So I think with new house sales and new construction, some people definitely get drug around a little bit and taken advantage of. But that's not for me. If they try to do that, we'll just be like, hey, I already got a house. I'll just stay here. But hopefully everything works out good, and we'll be over in that new place here soon. So everybody have a good one. I am putting out some more content on my car channel, so I'm trying to do a couple videos a week. If you look up Motor Nubs or look down below in the description, there's a link for that. It's MOTORNUBS, Motor Nubs. Gonna have some videos coming out and having a good time. So peace out. Have a good night. Later, guys. Bye.